Amy and Kegelfritz. And at this time, Monday through Friday, the encouraging story of the day, taken from a book this week. A new book called It's a God Thing. This one from page 74. We have Jordan with us.
In the process of wanting a family of your own, you went through 6 years of pain and anguish, loss, and one artist and 2 songs on K-Love changed your life.
Yeah, absolutely. With the first child that we became pregnant with, and one morning the worst possible thing in the world happened. We ended up being rushed to the hospital, and we're told we were going to lose Carson, our son. As devastating as that was, and we had a funeral, and we were trying to go over what can we do to kind of make this memorable and make it important. And I remembered a song that I'd heard a long time ago by Mark Schultz called He's My Son, and immediately when I thought about that song, I immediately started crying. I let my wife listen to it, and we decided to play it at the funeral. And another song by Mark Schultz, Remember Me, we actually placed on a headstone. We tried again later, wound up pregnant with our second child, Kylie Marie. 19 weeks into the pregnancy, we ended up losing Kylie also, and we're absolutely heartbroken and devastated. And 5 years later, through lots of prayer and thinking about it, and really the grace of God, we're able to become pregnant again with our third child, Remington Grace. My wife was on bed rest for 7 months. We were able to bring a healthy baby girl, and she's going to be 2 in March. We're loving her and living it up.
Oh, Jordan, that is so beautiful. And you had this chance encounter, you and your wife, over breakfast that really changed your life.
Yeah, that was the most incredible thing. We decided to try to make it to the K-Love Fan Awards last year, and we ended up going and at breakfast Saturday morning, and these 2 gentlemen walked up and asked if they could sit beside us or sit at the table, and we said, sure, no problem. And I didn't think anything of it, and I was sitting there eating my breakfast and looked up and realized that one of them was Mark Schultz, and I honestly was speechless. I couldn't say anything. And the only word that I could come out, I just asked, I said, Mark? And he said, yeah. And I looked at Jordan. My wife's name is Jordan also. I looked at Jordan and I said, you know who that is, don't you? And she said, no. I said, that's Mark Schultz. And immediately she just started crying. I stood up and shook his hand and told him our story. And he was crying, and the gentleman with him, his eyes were watering, and everybody else at the table. And Mark, it was pretty neat. He said, can I take a picture with you? And that was just incredible.
I love how your story ends in the book on page 77. You wrote, and in that moment, 6 years of pain, 6 years of questions, 6 years of sorrow were changed forever.
How did that help with your healing?
That really showed us that God was with us. It was kind of just a sign from God saying, hey, I'm here. I haven't forgot about you. I'm with you.
That's from page 74 of It's a God Thing. You can read that right now online at klove.com. Here's that song. Yeah, one of those songs that just totally blessed Jordan. Mark Schultz, Remember Me.
Remember me in a Bible cracked and faded by the years. Remember me in a sanctuary filled with silent prayer. Remember me. Remember me when the color of a sunset fills the sky. Remember children leave their Sunday school with smiles. Remember me when they're old enough to teach, old enough to preach, old enough to lead, and edge to edge and heart to heart, bound by grace and peace. Child of wonder, child of God, I remember you. Remember me. Age to age and heart to heart, child of wonder, child of God. Remember me. Age to age and heart to heart, child of wonder, child of God.
You're listening to Louisiana's positive, encouraging K-Love. 92.7 WBKL, Clinton, Baton Rouge, 90.9 Lafayette, and in New Orleans at 91.9 FM.
Positive, encouraging.